Industrial Revolution's steam engine, the machine that changed the world. Introduction: a world before steam. Before the Industrial Revolution, the world moved slowly. Most work was done by hand. People relied on muscle power, animals, wind, and flowing water. Factories were small, production was limited, and travel took weeks or even months. Then, one invention changed everything. A machine powered not by wind or water, but by steam. This invention would reshape industries, cities, transportation, and human life itself. This is the story of the steam engine, the driving force of the Industrial Revolution. The need for a new power source. By the late 1600s and early 1700s, Europe was changing. Populations were growing, cities were expanding, and demand for goods was rising fast. Mines dug deeper into the earth, searching for coal and metals. But there was a serious problem. Water flooded the tunnels. Traditional methods couldn't remove it efficiently. Human labor was expensive and slow. Animals tired quickly. Water wheels only worked near rivers. Industry needed a new kind of power, reliable, strong, and independent of nature. The birth of steam power. The idea of using steam was not new. Ancient inventors had observed its force, but never harnessed it effectively. In 1698, English engineer Thomas Savery created an early steam-powered pump. It used steam pressure to draw water out of mines. However, it was dangerous, inefficient, and limited in depth. Still, it proved one crucial idea: steam could do mechanical work. Thomas Newcomen and the first practical steam engine. In 1712, another English inventor, Thomas Newcomen, improved the concept. He built the first practical steam engine used in industry. Newcomen's engine worked by using steam to move a piston inside a cylinder. Cold water was then injected, causing the steam to condense. This created a vacuum that pulled the piston downward. The movement powered pumps that removed water from mines. These engines were massive, slow, and fuel-hungry. But they worked, and that changed everything. James Watt, revolutionizing the steam engine. The true revolution came with James Watt in the mid-1700s. While repairing a Newcomen engine, Watt noticed a major flaw. The engine wasted huge amounts of energy heating and cooling the same cylinder. His solution was brilliant: a separate condenser. This allowed the cylinder to stay hot while steam condensed elsewhere. The result was an engine that used far less fuel and produced far more power. Watt also introduced rotary motion for turning wheels, speed regulators, improved efficiency and reliability. These innovations transformed the steam engine from a mining tool into a universal power source. Steam engines power the factories. With Watt's improvements, steam engines moved into factories. Textile mills were among the first to adopt them. Spinning machines and looms could now run day and night. Production skyrocketed. Factories no longer needed rivers. They could be built anywhere, especially near cities and coal supplies. This marked the birth of the factory system, where machines replaced handcrafts. Work became faster, cheaper, and more standardized. Steam transforms transportation. Steam power did not stop at factories. It soon changed how people and goods moved across the world. Steam locomotives, steam-powered trains appeared in the early 1800s. They could carry heavy loads across long distances at unprecedented speeds. Travel that once took weeks now took days, sometimes hours. Railways connected cities, markets, and nations. Steamship steam engines replaced sails on rivers and oceans. Ships no longer depended on wind. Trade routes expanded, and global commerce accelerated. Steam made the world smaller. Urbanization and social change. As steam-powered factories grew, people migrated to cities. Rural life declined while industrial cities expanded rapidly. This brought opportunity, jobs, innovation, and wealth. But it also brought challenges: overcrowded housing, poor working conditions, pollution and disease. Steam power reshaped society, creating new social classes: factory owners and industrial workers. Environmental impact of steam power. Steam engines ran primarily on coal. Coal mining expanded rapidly. Smoke filled the air. Rivers became polluted. Cities darkened under thick industrial smog. For the first time, human industry began altering the environment on a massive scale. The steam engine marked the beginning of humanity's long relationship with fossil fuels. The global spread of steam technology. Steam engines spread beyond Britain. Europe, North America, and later Asia adopted steam-powered industry. Nations that embraced steam power industrialized faster. Those that did not were left behind. Steam engines became symbols of progress, power, and modernity. The decline of the steam engine. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, new technologies emerged. Electric motors and internal combustion engines were cleaner and more efficient. Steam engines slowly faded from factories and transportation, yet their legacy remained. The lasting legacy of the steam engine. The steam engine did more than power machines. It transformed manufacturing, transportation, cities, economies, human lifestyles. It laid the foundation for modern engineering and industrial society. Every factory, train, and power plant today traces its origins back to steam. The engine that changed history. The steam engine was more than an invention. It was a turning point in human history. It turned heat into motion, motion into industry, industry into a new world. The Industrial Revolution's steam engine did not just move machines, it moved humanity forward.